Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Where are you going?
Megasonic thrust!
Lightning! Divine! You're trying to keep on the wall!
Shion!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one. Our next
Already
fire!
yours!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle!
Burn in hell! All yours! Here I come!
Tornado! Raging tornado!
I'm letting you all down.
Stay away from my friend!
I'll bring you back. The Death's Abyss.
Destruction!
This one's mine. Where are you going? Cyanide weapon.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Not a chance! Luna Rondo!
Cyanide Supernova.
Rising Phoenix!
Gate
Plan
Light
sounds
Judgment.
good to me!
Hurricane Thrust!
Thunder Field.
You're done!
Confiscated.
Anything in armor is all mine! Now I'm in the groove!
You're mine!
Get a win.
Megasonic
Field.
Thrust!
Far enough.
Dark
It's on!
Let's get you all tucked
No
away.
further.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I think. No, that is silly. Do it, Field.
Run low! Demons descend! Flashing Fang! Check out these biceps. Pretty glorious, right?
Why are guys so obsessed with their muscles?
Because these puppies have yet to let me down.
really bad feeling about this.
Here it comes!
Radiant blood!
Searing gale! Here!
Divine gale! I got so good with airborne targets.
Where are you going? Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Rising Phoenix! I'm not done! Swallow Blade!
Will this help?
Sword Rain Alpha! First strike!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough of that.
Yes,
Get toasty!
burn strike!
Right, next one.
Not a chance!
Already on.
Coming through!
In a bind?
Here I
None shall
come!
escape my judgment.
Swallow Blade! It's on!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Take it! Shining supernova! Dance in the wind! I'm all stopped up!
Take this! Plasma shock!
By the power of water! Now!
Take this! Get off!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
Out of our way!
Here I come!
Not on my watch!
Eat this!
They're surrounding
Here I
us!
come! Sword Rain Alpha!
It's showtime!
Dragon Swarm!
Pierce evil! Sleep now!
Explosive Blade!
Now!
Pesky airborne scout.
Hey! Ha! Blow them away!
Lightning condemned! Searing flood! Leave the enemy's arc to me!
You picked the wrong
Play
fight!
here!
Where are you going?
Take this! It's over!
Radiant
Sword
Blade!
Rain!
Do it!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Dance in the wind!
Now! First strike!
Sleep now!
Searing Gale!
This'll come in handy.
Time! Far enough! Can't get out of this!
Lunar Rondo! Rising Phoenix!
Xion!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Now!
Already on!
Lunar Rondo! You're on!
Healer
Megasonic Thrust!
More with
I blame the
that
old
one's
one.
mine! Now see that you don't get in trouble Now. again.
Goodwill!
Demons descend!
Flashing Fang!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Out of our way!
Eat this!
Here goes!
Here I come!
Not on my watch!
Try it!
I can carve through armor!
Dragon Swarm!
Now do it!
Watch this! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Hey, when did I get so
Hurricane
popular?
Searing Gale! Here!
This one's mine!
I'm not done!
I never miss!
Lunarongo! Tear! Searing Gale! Lunarongo! Hurricane Thrust! Mirage!
Leave the chargers to me!
You're finished! Ignite!
Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part!
Right, here goes!
Raging Cascade!
I'm on it!
Heal
Here I go! Swallow Blade! Now I
Not
can
on
let
my
loose!
watch! It's a duel of the arts!
There you go! Almost! I'll take you all off!
Will this help? Thunder Shield! Healing Circle to the wind!
I know you
Now,
want
Cyan Instinct! You all have
Too
to
fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here I go!
Now I'm in the
No
groove!
further!
More with that cancer!
I'll smash you!
Here I come! We've turned the tables on him!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Oh, this looks nice and tough.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here?
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands. Healing art! Dragon Aid! This one's mine!
Hurricane Thrust!
Raging Cascade!
Lunarongo!
Here! Sleep now!
Not today!
I'll heal! Where are you going?
You're mine! You're finished!
Air through the healing art! All day! Up!
Thanks!
Vanquish Dark!
Pierce!
Take it! Go!
Dragon Strike!
Graviton Field!
You're finished!
Take this!
Divine!
My turn!
Lunar Rondo! Rising Phoenix! Law! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again.
Get lost!
Lunar Rondo! Swallow Dance! Hurricane Dawn!
I really owe you.
Soaring Light Spear!
Air thrust!
Rising
Not on
Phoenix!
my watch!
Hut!
Light
Struck!
dance in the wind!
Anything in
Air
order,
thrust!
Zorma!
Light the shock! Not today!
Light astrolabe!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So... Mahag Sar's just up ahead, then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Gotta break through!
Dance in the wind!
I can carve through armor! No escape!
More for the
Roll
sky!
away!
Blade
Swallow
of
Blade!
fury!
Dragon Swarm!
If it's in the sky, it's
Swallow
mine!
Blade!
One at a time!
That frickin' does it!
Try harder! Here I come!
Here's a
Dragon
hero!
Swarm!
First aid!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that! Cyan instant! Take it! Take over!
Bang Blast!
Photon!
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
A freezing storm!
Rising Wyvern! Soaring Light!
Ice tornado!
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Nicely done.
Guess I misread the landing.
Little help!
I'm surrounded!
Not today!
Hurricane!
Take this!
Burning!
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Spear! Here's
Swallow
the
Blade!
That's
Try this!
I never
Flying
miss!
free! Why can't they just sit still?
Lucio!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about
No
that!
further!
Healing circle! Far enough! Shiny
You're mine!
Supernova!
Do
it! Alright!
Dragon Form!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Not a chance! Strike!
Let Astral Raise
Hurricane Flow!
I really owe you
Searing
one.
Gale! Dragon Form!
In
Here
here!
I come! It's on! Burn in hell! I'm on it! Here I come!
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
My turn!
Dragon Shell! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No choice!
Glacier! Surrender! Piercing! Where are you going? This one's mine!
Rondo!
Arrow forward! Flame! Reload!
It's over! Away! Pierce!
Lightning!
Dragon Form!
Carved the
I'm just getting started! This one's
got
mine!
flyers.
See what happened there as you
Let a
crossed.
marksman handle
Shouldn't have done that.
Not my watch!
All yours!
Dragon
Megasonic Thrust!
Ranger! You all! Arrow
Damn!
Nothing gets by me!
Lunar Rondo! Searing Gale!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here I come!
Take this!
So those are Dan and Astral Eyes. Something you want to say?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Phew! What a rush! Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? Easter!
Enemies immobilized.
You're mine! This ends now!
Mega Ray!
I'm on escape! Talon Storm!
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Dragon!
Here.
Prepare to be sealed, no?
I was overconfident.
You'll pay for that!
Take this.
A new lease on life. Air thrust! First aid! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Enjoy.
Leave the charges to me! Burn up!
Here's a healing arm! Here goes! First aid! May 1,000 gales carry you to shreds! Mega ray! Gusty nail!
No further!
Take this.
Annihilation!
Here I
Mega
come.
ray!
Not
Show
today.
me your
May
strength.
1,000 gales carry you to shreds!
Swallowed it!
Gusty nail! Healing
Take this.
Such a failure.
I'll bring you back from
Here I
death.
go.
This one's mine!
Take this.
Vanquish darkness!
Enjoy.
Healing circle!
Searing gale!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Niez, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Woohoo! 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 Woohoo!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Bayfon, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
Ha! We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If
Shut
so,
your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. They're the scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you knew that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadime! Liberator Deadime! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. he may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Beifan? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye signed up to be a rebel so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Dahnans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Dahnans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him, too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy? Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hmm?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Hopefully it's nothing that'll be too hard to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Well...
I see. Hmm. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
think Huro senses an owl around here. There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
This shall suffice. Please.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
An opponent like this should be easy.
We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make...
Don't worry, cause Law's on it. I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when.
This is what we were asked to get, wasn't it?
Is this the so-called legendary instrument?
Actually, I think it's one of the freight train parts that I was using for a sword.
I'm sure anything will be fine. We should take it.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies.
I'm not so sure. How's this?
I see.
Great!
Huh? Hmm?
Agreed.
Dohalim.
I can't believe you managed to shoo off that irritating bard.
Had we brought him along, it would have livened up our journey considerably.
You know, maybe you're right. We could have hit it off.
Yeah, and the two of you could be irritating together.
Not this way, I guess. Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong. Oh yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey. Ah?
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right, right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there!
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure. As long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
We've reached our destination.
further! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
I can carve through armor!
Here I
I'm
come!
like bait to them!
Finish!
Air thrust!
You require a
Flying freaks! What do you think you are? Still!
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Here!
Eat this!
Dragon form!
Glacial Spear!
Here I come!
Pierce evil! Freeze Blaster!
This one's all mine! Burn in hell!
Lightning condemned!
Here I come!
Thunderblade!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Fantastic! Great! Amazing!
You're finished!
Apply Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Not a chance!
Help this!
Luna Rondo! You're on! I'm on! Take this! You're finished!
Denied!
Do it! Arrow Squall! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday. Out of our way!
Hey, when did I get so popular?
You're mine!
That's enough!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here, let me help.
Talon Hurricane! Dark Wind!
pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Cascade!
I'm on
Feel!
it!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
You're mine!
I'm on
Well,
it!
we're on the home stretch now.
Ignite!
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Eat this!
Sleep
Luna Rondo!
Where are you going?
I'm on it!
Finished!
I'll finish you here and now!
I'll heal you all! Don't mind if I do!
Take this!
Healing! Do it!
Thanks!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
I think I'm getting stronger.
Oh yeah? Think you could beat me at arm wrestling?
When have I not beaten you?
Right. I'll just go on ahead then.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Lightning condemned!
I'm on fire! That's enough!
Take this!
Talon Storm!
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha!
In here!
It's on!
More for
I'm on
the
it!
healing arc!
You're done!
First aid!
That's
Lightning
fine.
orb! Alright!
I'm on it!
It's showtime!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Here!
Yeah! And the
Get
fun
over
is
here
to
with
me!
this!
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Will this help?
Here comes!
Serpent
I
knuckle!
never miss!
Strike!
Swallow Blade!
Kisara, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
This will be a delicious piece of cake! First aid!
Burn!
Smash you!
Here I come!
Here's a healing arc! Dance in the wind!
In a bind?
Thanks! We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
An astral art?
That's
All
my
yours.
cue!
Take that!
Glacial Spear!
Shut him down.
Here's evil!
Take this! You're finished!
I'll heal you all!
Win!
One at a time!
Far enough!
To the front!
Megathronic thrust! Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine! Ignite!
Raging Cascade!
You're mine! My turn! Swallow
In
blade!
here!
Here!
It's in the sky, it's mine!
Megathronic
We're in the home stretch, guys! What she said!
Eyes on the prize.
That focus goes double for you, Law.
Me?
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Consider this lesson learned. Woohoo! Shall I teach you a lesson too, Law?
Woohoo!
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
What's that big tower over there?
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Made it through another day.
This flavor, why, it rivals the cooking of my own chefs in the palace.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. I do believe it's about time that I retire. Shall we get moving?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Not this way, I guess. Guess I misread the landing. Not this way, I guess. Not this way, I guess.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Whew! I don't sense any more enemies.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Saar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh?
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey! Sure.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes! What?
What?
I don't believe this!
All right?
No.
Sure.
Really now.
Yes! What?
What?
Very nice. Yes.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
opponent like this should be easy.
Here's a raging
Dragon
Dusty!
Swarm! Swallow Blade! Sword Rain Alpha!
Where are you going?
Plasma Shock!
These ones can run rings around us.
Armor won't save you!
Here I go!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And pummeling
Searing
me!
Gale!
Leave the chargers to me!
Burn!
Eat this!
Here I come!
Thunder Field!
It's over!
Astral Energy!
Dragon Swarm!
Healing Circle!
Hey there! Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Plasma Shock! Megasonic Thrust!
Radiant Light! Don't mind if I do. Searing Flame!
Here I come!
Hurricane! I'm out!
It's
Lightning
over!
Orb!
Flash!
Magna Ray!
Sword Rain
Lightning
Alpha!
Confederation! Thunder Blade!
It's on!
Talon
Here I
Hurricane!
come! Rising!
To the wind! Here I go!
Take that!
Dragon Shot!
Huh?
Let's get you all tucked away!
Not a chance! Swallow Blade!
Talon Hurricane!
Now!
Strike! Sword Rain Alpha!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
I think Hootle senses something.
Why didn't the Renans take advantage of all of these ruins around here? It seems like a missed opportunity.
Most likely because it would be inefficient for harvesting astral energy. That's what dictates the current positions of each realm's capital.
Plus, Renans are averse to using anything that belonged to the Danans.
Out of our way!
Pieces!
Raging Cacti!
Dragon Swarm! I'll take you all off!
Field! Ice
Talon
Sword!
Hurricane!
You all tucked away!
Burn!
Vanquish
You're
Darkness!
mine! Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's mine!
Swallow Blade!
Do it!
Divine!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Radiant Lens!
My turn!
Pierce!
Soaring Light Spear!
Now,
Here I come! This could be useful.
We should think about eating.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Take this!
I'm only getting
Today! In a bind?
Lunar Rondo!
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Burning!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Flying free? Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them? You picked the wrong fight!
I'm shattering the pieces! Attack!
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Pierce!
Glacial Spear!
I can carve through armor!
Dance in the wind!
You're finished!
Field!
Talon, do it!
I'll be saving this one!
Take this! Pierce!
Vanquish Darkness!
I'm on flush! You're done!
Sword Rain out! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! This is the power of the Blazing Sword!
does it!
Cover the caster!
First strike!
Dance in the wind!
Sword!
Feel!
It can hide
Let the
itself?
mark handle this.
Amazing! Demon Fang!
Could you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Radiant pierce! Here's a healing arc!
Strike!
Oh, magic is everything! Crossblade! I never miss! Here's her!
Strike!
Go
You're
get
mine!
it! Firmament Render! Magna Ray! Arrow Squall! Firmament Render! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
Will this
Take
help?
this! I'm not done! You picked the wrong fight!
Firmament Render! Healing Circle!
Swallow Blade!
Can't get out of this!
Shattering the...
Mega
Now
Sonic Blow!
face my judgment! Thank you.
Sword Blade Alpha!
What? Now you see what I can do!
Annihilation!
You're mine!
Lightning
You're
Raging
finished!
Cascade!
Glacial Spear.
Here's
Blood!
Dance in the wind!
It's over!
Dark wind!
Thousand Gales, carry your
Searing
strength.
Gale!
Don't mind if I do.
You're mine!
Here's
over.
far enough. Take that.
It's time! Ignite!
Will this help? Field.
Dragon
Over
Swarm!
the stockpile.
Here I come!
I really
Sword
don't
Blade
know.
Alpha!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
Hey, let's...
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Here's a healing arc.
charge!
Thanks, Kisara. First aid.
Pierce!
These
bring you
fists
back
have
from
got your
death
name
abyss.
on them!
Plasma Shock!
The Earth.
I'm such a failure.
Stay away from my
let me
friends!
Still got some fight
You
left
won't
in
get
me.
away with that!
Light
Mega
Astral
Sonic
Lightning
Block.
Condemn.
You're mine!
Thunderblade.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Dance in the wind. Resuscitation. Get on in there with me.
freezing storm!
Magic is there.
Here I come! You're finished!
Here's a healing arc.
I can handle it!
First aid. Now something special.
Can't get out of this!
There.
This one's all
One
mine!
more. Mega Ray.
Dragon
Show. Gemini Aqua. May a thousand
I'm such a
gales carry
failure.
your strength.
You'll pay for that! Here I
Dusty
come!
Nail.
Dragon Swarm! Slash! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Hit. Here's resuscitation. Light
Take
Astral
this.
Healing Arc.
Far enough!
Ha!
Air thrust.
Here!
Here
Felt fine not too long ago.
Hey, that's Raging Cascade.
Ha!
Thank you.
You picked the wrong fight!
Now,
Here I
let me
come.
help. I'll be
Dragon
swinging this
Swarm.
first aid.
Slash!
Hurricane!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Lightning. Dusty Nail. Too much to handle.
Try my turn! Take this!
I can carve through armor!
Strike!
Radiant Pierce.
Ha!
I know what I need. Supernova.
That's freaking done!
Do it.
Dark
Firmament Render. Alpin. Astral Energy.
Say no more!
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
That food there looks pretty tasty.
Yep, we can fix that new recipe with it.
I eagerly await the final result.
Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. Certainly looks the part. I can tell at a glance what high quality everything is.
It's not often Shion's that impressed. You wear a lot of rings too, don't you?
They were a gift, purchased rather cheaply, or so I was told.
What's your definition of cheap, exactly?
I believe it was around 100 to 200,000 gold.
What? If my wolf head cost 10 gold, then that'd mean... Holy crap! They cost 1,000 times more?!
10,000 times more.
If he sold those things off, I bet he could build a damn mansion with them.
At the very least, he'd never go hungry the rest of his life.
You're all beginning to sound alarmingly interested in my rings. This is a true masterpiece, no less than culinary art.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hootle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah, more than okay, really. It feels natural having Hootle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh, I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister, and Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle. who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hootle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. I want to go back to bed.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
A fish! You saw it too, right?
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. Where should I cast my line? Ha! All right. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
Reel it in. Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
No choice.
Dragon Tail! Good luck! Both targets lightning!
Lunarongo! Talon Hurricane! You're mine! Mirage! This one's all mine!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Ignite!
Leave the torch! Nay,
in the clue!
far enough!
You're mine!
Do it! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Dance in the
Now!
wind!
Take this! I'm on! It's over! Mirage!
My axe don't mind if I do! Another ammo!
Lunarongo! No escape!
Now!
Strike! Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Pieces! Attack time!
Take this!
I'm on it!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Arrow Squall!
Plasma
Mega
Shock!
Ray! Annihilation!
Swallow
Mega Ray!
Where are you going?
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha!
Blazing
You got
Storm!
fires!
I'm down! Let a marksman hit!
Armor won't save you!
All yours!
Air thrust!
Rinwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
The enemy way to go! We'll soon see about that!
Take this!
Swallow
Dare!
Strike! You picked the wrong fight! Take this!
I can handle it.
Now! I'm ready! Alright! I never miss!
Take this!
Eat this!
Great!
Who? 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 Who?
I won't forgive you.
Take this!
Here goes!
No further!
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha!
Not on my watch! Mega Ray! May 1,000 gales
Sword
carry
Rain
the
Alpha!
dragon!
Dragon
Dragon
Form!
Tail!
It's on! Ignite!
I'm on it!
Take
I'll
this!
wheel you all!
Dragon Swarm!
Take that!
Where are you going?
I'm not done!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Dance to the wind! Healing circle! In here!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
We can turn the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Glacial spear.
Here's evil!
Prepare to be seen!
Freeze Lancer!
Take this!
In here!
Swallow Blade! Sword Rain Alpha!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Easy! Way to go! Do it!
I'm not done!
Cyclone!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Get lost.
All mine!
They got me flanked!
You're finished!
sleep now. I'll bring you back. Be careful. It has some kind of camouflage. Lord Mega Ray!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
I'm on it!
Vanquish darkness! Art seal!
An
Confiscate! That's my cue!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Shut him down!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Cross!
A freezing
Here
storm!
goes!
Ready and ready!
Not today!
Oh, now I'm real mad.
Vanquish darkness!
Blow away! Dark Ray! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Let me out.
Feel!
Now I'm in the groove.
I'm not done!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Nothing gets by me!
Light Master Leonard dance to the
Take
wind!
this! How dare you approach!
I'm not done!
Light Effort coming through! Permanent Render! Healing Circle!
I really owe you
Immortal!
one.
I can do
How dare you approach!
I never miss!
Eat this!
Here goes!
one's
Dance
all
to the
mine.
wind! In here!
Rising Viper!
What a relief!
You're on!
Magic!
Now I can let loose!
Blow away!
Rending
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Burn in hell!
I'm on it!
You're mine!
Armor won't save you!
Radiant not in your dreams!
You're mine!
I'm
Sword
sure
Rain
looks like
Alpha!
you got this one covered! Burning! Photon! Radiant Cascade!
Hold together, just a little longer!
Thanks for the sympathy.
Get it together! We need you in form!
The earth throbs in pain.
I really owe you
You're
one.
mine!
Here, let me help!
Sword Rain Alpha! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all!
Nothing gets by me!
There you go.
Lightning
Feel
orb!
like me again.
Searing flame!
No
Permanent
further!
render!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it!
I'll
You're
bring you
mine!
back from death's abyss!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here goes!
Sword Rain
Radiant
Alpha!
Resuscitation!
Here,
In
let me
here!
help!
No escape!
First aid!
Denied!
I'll tear you apart.
Mega Ray!
No, I won't give in.
Sonic Thrust!
You see what happened there as you
Showtime!
crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Demon Fang! I'm on it! Double Demon
I'll
Fang!
run you through.
I kiss you!
Now I can let loose! Stay away from my friend!
I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
I'll bring you back from...
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I need to be stronger.
I sense a strange power from this.
Out of our way!
Firmament Render!
I can only rely on myself.
Take this!
Sword
Sword Rain Alpha!
An instant!
When did I get so popular? You are gonna pay for that.
You require a hand.
Try
Glacial
this!
Spear! Here goes!
I'm not done! You picked the wrong fight!
And more of this, and I'll burn out.
Let's get you all tucked away!
No further!
Leave the enemy's art to me!
Prepare to be sealed, though.
No place here.
Perhaps found is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing!
Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha!
Thousand gales! Here
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Spear!
It's over!
Not in your dreams!
You're
Freeze
mine!
Lancer!
Plasma Shock!
Serpent Knuckle!
Hurricane Thrust! Sealing
Now!
Gale!
Shion! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Right,
Not
next
fair.
one!
No escape!
Already on it!
Dragon Swarm!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Here I come!
Raging Gale!
Shattering
the
pieces! Swallow Blade!
Freezing Stone!
This one's all mine!
More for the stockpile!
Can't get out of this!
Firmament
I'm not
Render!
done.
Dragon
Here.
Far enough! Do it!
Smash you!
Arrow
More!
Ball!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'm even stronger than before.
Look, Hootle! One of your buddies! Whoo!
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
The Vermilion vegetation certainly gives this realm a distinct, if somber, ambiance.
Seems like there's lots of fruit and plants that we can eat.
I also can't help but notice the ceaseless howling of the wind.
It should be easy to dry our laundry out here.
I can't tell if these two are actually having a conversation or what. What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances, and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Dahnan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dahna, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Dahnan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master Core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Dahnan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Dahnans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Dahnans and the deaths of Renans.
Dahnans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
That came out great.
Hey, what's the smoke?
Seriously, it's making my eyes and throat burn.
It's probably some sort of
Gas? Those cowards!
Isn't this just cooking smoke?
What kind of food makes your throat burn so bad?
I believe Alphen it.
They're trying to gas Alphen?
What? Those sick bastards! I won't let them get away with this!
Calm yourselves and listen. I was simply trying to say that Alphen is the one cooking.
Oh?
Maybe I should throw in some more spices, just for that extra kick. Yeah, that'll help. Think I'll turn up the heat well... Oh, crap. The spices burned. Well, at least the...
Hey, Alphen?
Oh, Shionne. Perfect timing. I actually just finished roasting up a chicken. Call everybody over. I used a ton of spices, so it's got a good punch to it. Might have overcooked it a little, but...
I'm starting to understand why your food always tastes so damn spicy now.
Hasn't anyone told him that it is actually possible to have too much of a good thing?
If that's the taste he truly wants, far be it from me to contradict. His cuisine is a rather delicate repast.
Shionne, could we talk a moment?
I think it's time we go to sleep. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Little help!
Not today! First strike! Swallow blade! Strike it! Infernal torrent! You're mine! It's over!
This'll come in handy.
Megasonic thrust! You're mine! Swallow blade! Sword rain alpha!
Finish you here and now!
Come one, come all!
I'm out of ammo.
Plasma shock!
Talon storm!
Great! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
You're mine! Sword rain alpha! Swallow blade!
Now feel.
Prepare to be sealed, though fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps now.
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Where are you going?
Sword rain alpha! Dohalim! In an instant! Impact clock!
Together, that wasn't even a... problem.
Gotta break through! Here I come!
Now you see what I can do!
Photon.
Glacial spear.
Take this! Dragon
Freaking
floor!
does it!
You got first.
Try this!
Go away!
Explosive
Massive ring! Burn!
Lightning condemned!
You're mine! Swallow blade!
Healing circle!
It's over! Swallow dance!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
Leave the
We've all got
ensnaring to
enough
me.
on our plate.
Yeah? Yes, ma'am.
Mirage! It's over! Take it! Slash!
Sleep now.
Dragon form!
This will come in
You're
handy.
finished!
By the power of light. Whoa, hey! One at a time!
Okay,
Lightning
no.
condemned! By the power
You're
of
mine!
light.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Glacial spear!
You're finished!
Here's the evil! Not in your dreams!
Take this! Swallow dance!
Over so soon?
Hi, Hoodle!
Damn it! I'm on it! Easter!
Sleep now.
Won't save you!
You're mine!
Let's get you
Dragon
out of the
Form!
way!
Shell!
Calling this
Watch it!
Magic Azam!
Dragon Shell!
This is
Boom!
now.
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. In here!
Away!
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'll heal
Take
you
this!
all. I never miss!
You're finished!
Freeze Lancer!
I'm on it! Burn!
You made quick work of it!
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less
Where are
talking,
you
more
going?
pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Sweet dreams! Here's a healing art!
Here I come!
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I. Don't worry, I'll help you keep a wide berth.
Confiscated!
Slap the shot!
Burning strike!
I'm on it! It's over!
Take firmament now! And again! Radiant
I'm
Spear!
ordering Alpha!
Arrow Squall! Hey! Hoodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
There.
Right, here we go! This
Here I
one's
go.
all mine!
I'm only getting
Here I
started!
come! Ignite!
Talon Hurricane! I can carve through armor!
No escape!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly! Now!
Dragon Form! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! You're mine!
Here!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Talon Storm!
Shining now!
The shot!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you. Xion.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
I feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
We fought hard to help liberate the people of Dana, but every realm we've been to along the way could have easily turned out like this.
When powerful forces collide, the destruction they leave gets that much worse.
So we've been lucky things haven't turned out worse up until now?
Regardless, I don't want to see this realm get messed up any more than it already is. We have to capture this lord ourselves, no matter what.
This shall suffice.
Mind if I join you, Law?
I'll take guard duty tonight. It's fine. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.